Greetings, musicians of the tube, specifically the songwriters and composers of the tube. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Well, maybe it's good news for some, but I highly doubt many people look at this favorably, but who knows. But for some, this is a existential crisis type of bad news because generative AI is coming to songwriting. Stop making a big deal out of nothing. There's already generative AI for songwriting. They suck at making beats even, and ChatGPT's been around. You can ask it to write full lyrics with sections and chords and whatnot. It's no big deal. AI can write songs. Song is something that only humans can do. Well, you will be right if you were to say that about half a year ago, because Suno AI will likely disagree. So when I was writing the script, I was gonna go in depth on what Suno AI is and kind of show you what it could do, but given it's spreading like wildfire, I think I can skip that step. It's just another text-to-blah AI that these tech companies are coming out with. The thing that's very scary about this is that it could write such good representation of the song choice, the genre of choice that you pick. Before that, there are already generative AI for songwriting. Like the Medium article covers 5 of them right here, and I tried 3 of them there, and they all write very crappy beats. It's barely a composition, let alone beats. And Suno AI is completely dominating the AI space for music writing. It's not just writing songs, it's writing sections, intros, lyrics, and on top of that, vocal. And it could cover all kind of genre. It's very scarily good. And it only came out, I don't know, less than a year ago. As far as I could find, it was founded in 2022. Their V3 model just came out in public in March 22nd, barely 2 weeks ago. But in case if you haven't heard about Suno AI, just know that it's an AI tool that you just put in some text and it gives you a song after you pick the genre that you want. And it sounds scarily good. I'll just play a few clips just so you can hear some sample in case if you haven't heard.
In the garden, a seed is sown, sunlight.
Step right up, don't be shy. Welcome to a world where
In a world of whiskers and a heart so sweet, she hides in
Of course, as scary as Suno AI is, it's still AI at the end, so it would still do dumb AI things that would require humans to fix it. For example, I asked it to generate a country pop song for my cat, and just read the line yourself. My feline friend. No. I was so confused why it would even pick the word phlegm, so I decided to look it up because I only know phlegm to be the mucusy type of phlegm. But apparently it means calmness of some sort, so feline phlegm, maybe it makes sense in that context, but I know for sure no humans or no one who speaks English would write it in that context. So clearly that's when AI takes things way too literal. And also this model seems to not taking prompts very well, because I've tried to have it generate Japanese anime theme songs with male vocal, but it keeps generating Vocaloid-esque like kawaii high-pitched girl voice with it. I think it's just because it thinks that is what anime theme song sounds like. So it just completely ignores my request for male vocal on top. Lastly, what it really struggled is when I asked it to kind of blend elements. I asked it to generate an anime theme song in the style of like big band or swing jazz with like horn sections in there. And after a couple tries, it either gave me fully anime songs or just fully swing or big band jazz song. Like it couldn't do any type of blending things. Because AI at the end just takes things on the surface level. It's really good at reproducing the most stereotypical representation of a given genre, but it really sucks at blending in elements. Things with nuance is where AI really struggles. But what does that all mean for us musicians, songwriters, and composers? I won't lie, I was very uncomfortable at first when I first saw this tool, because I'm a composer myself. But let's save that for later, because I want to talk about the realistic negative impact that this tool is going to bring to the music writing space. Of course, this is just my personal speculation, so if you feel like I'm off on something or I'm missing some negative impact, be sure to leave it in the comment because I would like to hear musicians' thoughts. The first group of people that I feel like will be negatively impacted is the beat maker. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You can just now type in whatever type of beat you want, track beat, EDM, or what have you, and then you get instrumental beats. Why deal with the beat maker themselves, or like go through the whole licensing and copyright and all that? Just generate as many beats as you want. Number 2, ghostwriters. A lot of labels, they have ghostwriting teams, and they just write a bunch of songs and assign to, whatever artist who fits the song. Now with this tool, they could trim down, they could cut this team in half and just have a few ghostwriters generate as many beats or as many songs as they need, tweak it, and they just assign to their label artist as they need. Why pay a whole team? Number 3, services like Songfinch, a place where you can order tailored personalized songs for your loved ones. Like say you want a song for your mom's birthday, your wife, husband, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, what have you. Like you can give them names, tell them stories, and like have inside jokes like written into the song. Just tell them the style you want, and a composer will take that request and write you a tailored song. Services like that, I feel like will see a lot less demand, or possibly just straight up become obsolete. And the last one is probably the biggest space where I think will be negatively impacted by an AI tool like this. And that will be the sync licensing space. Now, I'm not an expert in this space, but as far as I understand, it's basically a trading space where if an agent needs music, say a commercial film or a film director, they need music for a commercial or for a TV show, they just need a background music. They come to sync licensing agent and they get matched up to composers who write those songs. Now, depending on the contract, from what I've heard, a composer sometimes could get paid very well, or sometimes they could even get royalty and be paid continuously based on the contract. Now, with a service like this AI, why go through sync licensing agent and pay a human? Just generate as many generic jingle for your little pop jingle for your commercial, or have it generate a background music. You already know not a lot of people are gonna pay attention to this music anyway, so why pay top dollar, So sync licensing, I feel like is one space that could potentially be hit quite hard. And on top of that, there's another scary thing about Suno AI, because when it comes to using songs and whatnot, there's a lot of talk about copyrights. When you generate a piece of music using Suno's pay tier, you own the song, so long you don't use any copyrighted lyrics. Yes, you heard me right. Let's go read their FAQ together. Who owns the song I generated using Suno? If you're a paid subscriber to Suno, then you own the songs you generate while subscribed to Pro or Premiere. Here's something that's even better. Am I allowed to re-record a song myself? Regardless of which version of Suno you use, you retain all ownership and rights to any original content you create and input into Suno, including the right to re-record that musical content. Imagine this. Anyone with a free tier could just now go generate a song and re-record it on their DAW and then make it theirs. And you will never know, because they could still provide a DAW session and show you how they re-recorded, but they didn't write a song themselves at all. So it sounds pretty grim for all of us, doesn't it? It's no wonder everyone hates AI in the creative space. But if I'm staying 100% objective and honest, I can say that AI could be beneficial for creative people as well, especially if this kind of tool is implemented into a DAW. I've seen some plugins that does similar things, but I'm not sure if it's exactly the same. But imagine if you have an AI plugin where you can just, record one line of melody on your MIDI, or maybe play a piano piece, or play something on guitar, sing a line, and just have AI generate accompanying parts. Like just, hey, I want to make this a jazz song, and it will generate some jazzy things underneath what you play. GarageBand and Logic already has the drummer that automatically generate beats for you, and you just select and tweak however you want. That is kind of like that. Or another potential is that maybe you have 2 lines written for your song, or you just have chorus and you have no idea how to extend this music idea that you have. Imagine if you could feed that to AI and it could maybe suggest some ideas how you can expand this song and make it a complete song, so you're not forever stuck on just 2 lines or a 4-bar segment or something like that. Of course, right now Suno doesn't have any of that implementation, and I don't know if they ever will, but that's something that I could see a lot of DAW companies start implementing, because Photoshop already started implementing AI into their program, so I can kind of see Logic or Cubase or one of those DAW companies start implementing stuff. Maybe not Logic, because Apple is But even with all that, we're still not left with the greatest place, you know? Like, should we just pack up and leave the writing space and leave everything to AI? You know, like I said earlier, I definitely was also feeling uncomfortable and in some way, I guess, threatened. I think it's very natural to feel like that, but after I really re-examined my emotions a lot and asked myself some hard questions, my mind started to get a lot more clear, and that's why I wanted to make this video. Because you know, when AI like Midjourney first became popular and started getting big, a lot of artists experienced this doomsday feeling. And I really sympathize with them because I used to be an artist. I used to draw a lot before I started playing guitar. So I know that feeling, and I really don't want to go down this path now that it's coming to music. Let me share these questions with you. Be sure to leave your thoughts in the comment because I really would like to hear other musicians' thoughts. So the first question is, why do I feel uncomfortable? You know, AI is not stripping away my creativity. It's not taking away my ability to create. And it's not stopping me from writing music. And most importantly, it's not stopping me from feeling enjoyment when I write a song. So why am I feeling uncomfortable? Is it because the machine is doing it better and faster than me? Well, better is subjective, and I definitely don't think machine is writing better music than me, but it's surely writing a lot faster. Now, there are a lot of composers, human composers, who already write way better music and faster than me, but it's not stopping me from writing. So is it really just between a human versus a machine? That I can't really say, but something that I could really clearly say that makes me uncomfortable is that here comes another tech company that's going to devalue music further. As if Spotify hasn't done that enough. You know, that's a whole different diatribe, but streaming platform has really changed the way that we consume music, and in my opinion, it really has made music less about writing process. Now we're just always writing songs to be able to repeat as many streams as you can. We're writing shorter songs, you know. There's study that songs are repeating words more, using more easy text, whatnot. You know, music has been changed a lot since the rise of all these technology. And here comes another one. And also, while we're on that topic, you know, another thing is that these tech companies always come from a very exploitative perspective. They always say that, oh, we're making the tools for the creative people to like be more efficient, and then, you know, like we'll streamline the process, yada yada yada. But at the end, they just want to have an AI that produce something that can pass, that you can't discern between the human and the AI produced piece of art. That's always their goal. They never consult artists on, hey, how can we help you produce better things? What can we implement in your creative process to make it easier and faster? It's never that. It's always like, here's an AI that can do everything, and you don't even just type in one button and you're done. Like, who needs that? No one asked for that. So that's why I always feel like these tech companies come from a very exploitative angle rather than this genuine, I want to help perspective. So that's one perspective that I always feel very uncomfortable about. Second question, is it bad to listen to AI generated music? Or let's take it further. Should I feel bad if I feel some sort of emotion or I'm moved by a AI generated music? I'll be honest, when I first heard a song that I generated and I really liked it, I feel very conflicted. This music is generated by a machine. It's supposed to be soulless, right? In fact, a lot of the artistic people wouldn't even call a machine generated piece of anything art. So why did I feel something? To get into that discussion, it's inevitable that we will have to get into the philosophical question of what is art? Of course, that's going to become a very subjective discussion, and answer will definitely vary from person to person. So let's go in and see what the definition of art is. So according to the Oxford Dictionary, art is the expression or application of human creative skill and imagination. So it implies that it needs to be created by a human artist. But then that begs the question, does it though? Because we call natural sceneries art, right? And when we see a beautiful natural scenery, like the majestic falls at Niagara Falls, or just as small as maybe the pattern on the butterfly's wing, on the small butterflies, you know, you can feel something when you look at it. And there's no humans behind it. Of course, when it comes to natural scenery, that opens up a whole different discussion, and religion will definitely come into the discussion. But the premise doesn't change, that it's something created by non-human. And when you look at it, you feel something. So does art really need to have a human element? And do waterfalls have a soul? You know, that it's a very strange question to ask, isn't it? And it's gonna become even stranger when you turn the table around. Let's say you consume a piece of art, whether it's, you know, a painting, sculpture, poem, or a piece of music. You experience such strong emotion, you cry from it, and you believe that the artist must have poured their heart and soul into creating this thing and spend days or weeks or months creating this piece of art. So you go and seek out this artist, and when you inquire and the artist just like, oh no, I didn't think much of it at all, it just came to me and I got it done in 30 minutes. It's one of those pieces that I never put much thought into it. Now, would that change how you feel about that piece of art? You know, according to the creator, it's supposed to be soulless, right? They didn't put in much thought into it, they didn't pour heart and soul into it, but you still experience such strong emotion. So does it really need to have a soul or a human behind these art to experience something? So that's when I arrive at the conclusion that the soul discussion, or having humans or not, it's kind of endless, and it leaves a lot of open-ended situations. So I feel that at the end of the day, art is just like what we always say. Art is subjective, and that's the beauty of it. It's the beauty of however you interpret something that you see, right? That's why art is art. So why do we care about who made it or what made it? Does it have a soul or not? Why do we care about that? To me, I feel like if a person experienced something and it's a positive feeling, sometimes maybe not even positive, if you experience something and it triggers some sort of emotion within the person who consumes it, I feel like it has fulfilled the purpose of art. Now, of course, if we're talking about just a matter of principle, like you're not supporting a human artist, a struggling artist, you're supporting a tech company, then of course, I get that. I respect that, because that there needs to be no argument about that. Now, here's the last question I'm going to leave with you. I actually haven't arrived at any conclusion yet. Would you listen to an artist who performed music written by AI? Say your favorite artist or your favorite band, they're playing a song and it turns out it was written by AI. Would that change your perception about them, or would you lose your respect for this artist or band? If so, why? You know, it's still delivered by humans with soul. The instrument's still being played by your favorite player. The voice is still your favorite vocalist's voice. So why does it change suddenly because the music is written by a machine? Well, it's because they didn't write a song. Well, did the artist or the band ever play any cover song? If so, they also have performed things that they didn't write themselves, right? Oh, now we're talking about if it's written by machine or human. You see how we're going back into that endless cycle of machine versus human? So that's why I'm a bit conflicted with this. I personally wouldn't think it's bad if an artist were to perform an AI written music, so long they're honest about it. Now, of course, if again it's a matter of principle, you just hate AI. You hate what AI did to the creative space. You hate how it took jobs from creative people. I get you. That's totally understandable, totally respectable. And I would never have any questions if someone were to just give me that answer. It's totally fair because, come on, screw AI. Now, don't get me wrong when I said I will listen to artists who perform AI-written music. You know, as I'm recording this, I'm already seeing articles of 200 artists who get together and sign petitions to resist AI music and whatnot. There's already movement to resist that, and I'm totally for that. I really don't think AI is good for this. You know, if today genies were to give me a free wish and he would eradicate all AIs that's in creative space, I would say, yeah, please. Get rid of all that thing, because I firmly believe that AI has brought way more harm than it has benefited the creative space. But that's not how the reality works. It's actually quite the opposite. Not only is AI here, it's only going to get better and better. And it's also going to spread even farther. We're gonna see more AI being implemented in spaces that we really don't care for. So rather than feeling defeated and feeling hopeless, I want to try to maintain positivity as much as I can. Of course, someone might ask, how do you stay positive in this kind of grim state of affair? And you are correct, because a dishonest person can really go generate a song, record on their DAW, and present it as their own recording. Even if you ask for their DAW session, you still can't tell whether or not they really write a song. A label company could realistically start cutting down the ghostwriting team. A beat maker could really start seeing less traffic to B-Star. The sync licensing space could really see less traffic. These are all very realistic negative impacts that this AI tool may bring to us. But among those negativity, there are two positivity that I could absolutely raise. Number one is live performances, and the ability to play an instrument has never been more valuable. AIs and all these tech companies come up with all these things to create things for them all they want. AI will never perform a song, even if it wrote a beautiful piece, it will never perform it live. They could generate footage all they want. A live show will always be a live show that requires human. AI will also never make any of these tech bros a rock star suddenly on guitar. It just won't. And the second thing is the most important lesson that I learned from all these AI talk. It is more important than ever to approach art from your own unique perspective. You know, AI is very good at replicating the most common thing. It's very good at replicating the most stereotypical thing of whatever that craft is. So the more you chase a trend thing, like whatever it is on the social media right now, the more that AI could do that. And believe me, AI will do it way faster and way better than any humans will ever do. So what do you think? Do you feel sad? Do you feel hopeless? Do you feel like your identity is now shattered? Or maybe you feel excited. Who knows? I mean, I don't think a lot of people feel excited about this, but it's their prerogative. One thing I know for sure is that artists should definitely be supporting each other more than ever. And all these struggles and whatnot, isn't that why we create to begin with? So leave all your thoughts in the comments, share your emotions, share whatever you experience about this thing in the comments. I think we should all really be supporting each other in this time, very trying time. But with that said, I will see you next time.